Hello YouTube family, welcome back, and let's prevent a solution given this nice exponential equation, which is 2 raised to power x multiplied by 2 raised to power x multiplied by 2 raised to power x is equal to 120. What is the value of x? Now solution from here, you find that 2 raised to power x multiplied by 2 raised to power x, this is actually in the form of a raised to power n multiplied by a raised to power m, which you can express as a raised to power n plus m. Okay, so applying this property, the indices property, we're going to have 2 raised to power, this is x plus x plus x, this is equal to 120. Now, this is the same thing as 2 raised to power x plus x plus x. This is 3x. This is equal to 120. Okay. Now, so for the value of x, we introduce the natural logarithm as follows. This is log 2 raised to power 3x. On both sides, we'll have log 120. Okay. Now, from what we have here, log 2 raised to power 3x, this is actually in the form of log m raised. Now we're saying that log 2 raised to power 3x is in the form of log m raised to power n, which you can express as n log m. Okay, now this is the power rule property of logarithm. Now applying this property, we're going to have 3x log 2, this is equal to log 120. So divide both sides by log 2 by log 2. Okay, now from what we have here, 3x is equal to, this is log 120 divided by log 2. Okay, now 120, as you can see, 120 can be expressed as, this is the same thing as 24 multiplied by 5. Okay, of which you can express this 24 as 8 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5, of which you can simplify this further. 8 can be expressed as 2 raised to power 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. Okay, so let's substitute this. So you're saying that 120 can be expressed as 2 raised to power 3, which is 8 times 3 times 5. So let's substitute this back to the equation. We'll have 3x, this is equal to log, now we'll have log 2 raised to power 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. Okay, and all of this divided by log 2. Okay, now from what we have here, you find that log 2 cubed multiplied by 3 times 5, this is actually in the form of log a multiplied by b, which is expressed as log a plus log b. Okay, so let's apply this property. We're going to have 3x is equal to, now this is the same thing as log 2 raised to power 3 divided by log 2 plus, now we'll have log 3 divided by log 2 plus, this is log 5 divided by log 2. Okay, now from what we have here, now applying the power rule property, log 2 cubed, this is the same thing as 3 log 2 divided by, this is log 2 plus log 3 divided by log 2 plus log 5 divided by log 2. Okay, now let's simplify this. So log 2 and log 2 simplifies, we'll have 3x, this is equal to 3 plus, now log 3 divided by log 2, log 3 divided by log 2, this is actually in the form of log a divided by log b, which is essentially equal to log a to base b. Okay, which is log a to base b. So let's apply this property. We're going to have 3x, this is equal to 3 plus, this is log 3 to base 2 plus, this is log 5 divided by log 2, which is the same thing as log 5 to base 2. Okay, so divide both sides by 3 by 3. Okay, everything by 3 and also here by 3, so that we're going to have, from what we have here, let's divide both sides by 3. We'll have 3 So here 3, and the same case here. So that x is equal to 3 divided by 3. This is 1 plus, now this is the same thing as a third log 3 to base 2 plus a third log 5 to base 2. Okay. Now this is the value of x. This is the value of x. Now let's verify that this value of x actually satisfies the equation. Okay. So let's verify. Now, as you might recall, we have that 2 raised to power x multiplied by 2 raised to power x multiplied by 2 raised to power x. This is supposed to give us a value of 120. Now, from what we have here, if you simplify this further, okay, this is the same thing as 2 raised to power 3x. It's supposed to give us a value of 120. Substituting the value of x from what we have, we're going to have, this is 2 raised to power 3 multiplied by x, which is 1, plus this is a third log 3 to base 2 plus a third log 5 to base 2. All of this equal to 120. Okay. Now from what we have here, we'll have, this is 2 raised to power 3, 3 times 1. We'll have 2 raised to power, this is 3 times 1, which is 3, plus, now we'll have 3 times a third. Now we simplify this so that we'll have, this is 1 times log 3, which is the same thing as log 3 to base 2, plus, now 3 and 3 simplifies here, which is the same thing as log 5 to base 2. This is supposed to give us a value of 120. Now from what we have here, 2 raised to power 3 plus log 3 to base 2 plus log 5 to base 2. This is actually in the form of a raised to power n plus m, which you can express as a raised to power n multiplied by a raised to power m. Now applying this property, we have the same thing as 2 raised to power 3 multiplied by 2 raised to power log 3 to base 2 multiplied by 2 raised to power log 5 to base 2. This is equal to 120. Okay. Now from what we have here, we have that 2 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 3, this is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2, which is actually equal to 8, okay? So we'll have 8 multiplied by, now 2 raised to power log 3 to base 2, this is in the form of m raised to power log a to base m, which is essentially equal to a. So applying this property, this logarithm property, 2 raised to power log 3 to base 2, this will give us a value of 3. Okay. The same thing to 2 raised to power log 5 to base 2, this will give us a value of 5. Okay. So let's substitute 3 and 5 back to the equation. So this is 8 times 3 times 5. This is supposed to give us a value of 120. Okay. So 8 times 3, this is 24 times 5, which is supposed to be equal to 120. 24 times 5 is 120, which happens to be equal to 120. So the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, and that shows that the value of x, which is 1 plus a third log 3 to base 2 plus a third log 5 to base 2, actually satisfies the equation. So follow the steps and don't forget to hit that subscription button. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.